Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Zero. I am Don Peppier and this is Rich Walker.
Hello there.
And we are fresh out of a hands-on with the newest build of Dishonored 2. So, we took a trip to the Clockwork Mansion and had to hunt down the architect of these new clockwork machine men.
His name Kirin Jindosh or something.
Kirin Jindosh.
He's sort of a rakish, mustachioed fellow, isn't he?
Rakish, I like that. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He reminds me a little bit of Sander Cohen. There's a very Bioshock feel going on there.
Okay.
It's kind of like, this artistry he sees.
Yeah.
So we had the chance to play as both Corvo and Emily. This first run is Corvo. I tried to go non-lethal with it, so I did get spotted. It wasn't complete stealth.
Oh, I thought this was Emily.
No, this one's Corvo.
Are you sure? 'Cause it's a very feminine hand in the picture there with the ring on and everything.
Corvo's aged quite gracefully, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I was
so yeah, because he's got the blink
Emily
up there. I just blinked out of combat with those two guys, and one of the clockwork machines. They can see in this kind of like at the back and front of their heads. They're really kind of formidable enemies I discovered in this run.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're jumping in here at me exploring the mansion. As you can see, there are sort of contraptions everywhere.
Yeah.
The architect himself, he's insane, and he's made this labyrinthine house that you have to kind of get through.
You're saying the level design's amazing. I saw a bit of this demo hands-off at Gamescom, but not in this kind of depth and detail. But yeah, it looks really intricate.
This is the level. I'm glad they showed us this as the kind of demo we get to play, because it really shows off the level designer's knack for. It's like Dishonored 1, like the kind of logical conclusion where they could take that kind of the levels that they introduced there. So there are so many things that you think it's going to be simple button presses. You do one thing and something happens, but then you realise that in the time it takes for it to activate, you've probably got to get and stand somewhere.
Yeah,
it will take you somewhere else. I was told at the event when I was playing this that it's actually possible to get through this entire mission without even being seen by Jiren himself. Jindosh. Sorry.
Okay, right.
So yeah, if you go in, he invites you up to. He says, someone's in the house. The whole place is built to kind of trap and test people. That's why he's testing out his clockwork machinations.
Right.
But if you get in there, from the very first part of the mission, you can actually. He won't know that you're there, and you can sneak past this house that's built for surveillance.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite. There are three ways. So if you go in as Emily, he'll talk to you as Emily, call you Empress and all this. If you go in as Corvo, he'll kind of mock you as this master assassin.
Right.
And if you go in, he'll just refer to you as stranger if you don't get seen by him. So it's quite cool. There's a lot of work gone into the dialogue.
Okay. Lots of permutations.
Absolutely.
Cool.
So yeah, it really does. It's like the first game. There's so many different ways to play it. In every way, it feels there are repercussions for that in world, in universe.
Did you get confused or lost at all in this mansion?
Oh yeah,
it looks complicated.
Oh yeah,
You said it's a labyrinth.
We've chopped a lot of the video out. My random just prodding things and testing things. It's not in here, but yeah, there was a lot of getting lost. But this was a good deviation I took from my main route, because I found a bone charm.
Oh, nice.
So they're back in this game as well from the first one, so they can kind of add different powers to you and give you different modifications.
Yeah, or you can upgrade your powers, right?
Yeah, that's it. So think of it like an RPG system. You can feed into all sorts of different things.
Sure.
So yeah, Corvos are much more kind of based around. It's like in the first game, he can blink and he can stop time, and he can be basically like Master Assassin. He's geared towards aggressive stealth as a Rezero thing, I guess.
As Dan would say, yeah.
Emily herself, she seems much more. We see a bit of gameplay from her later on. She's more vicious, it seems.
Right.
If you want to go lethal, play as Emily, because she is formidable, man.
Okay.
Compared to Corvo, who is still a master assassin.
Badass, yeah.
But he seems for me more geared towards it, blinking around and being quite sharp and quick.
Okay.
So at this point now, cut through quite a lot of the level. I'm quite near the end, confronting the architect himself, this mad inventor.
Right.
There are two ways of doing this mission. You can either kill him, as you can in every Dishonored mission, or you can find something non-lethal.
Right.
In this one, that is using his own evil machination against him, which is this electroshock therapy. It's basically like an electric lobotomy.
Okay, nice.
And which he's been doing to someone he's held captive that I've just been and rescued, and now for the sake of poetic justice.
Okay, so
I'm trying to get to him.
Just to clarify, then, this is your non-lethal playthrough. Okay.
I think it is possible to stealth around the clockwork guys, but I think killing them doesn't count as a death because they're not human, so it's fine.
Oh, that's
so
an interesting grey area, actually. Yeah, whether that does count.
It'll be interesting to see the how that kind of input story, if there's any sort of, if you get a no-death, clean run ending and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, I'll get to this final. The mansion is really nice because the first area is quite open. There are 3 areas all interlinked, and this bit is like the kind of final zone.
Okay.
So there are so many different places to go, and it's like in Dishonored 1, it's just worth exploring everything.
Yeah.
That's a maintenance key. It helps me get underneath his ridiculous moving laboratory. This guy is like so. What's the word? He's
insane.
He likes to flourish. He's really, he shows off.
Sort of show off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Flamboyant.
And that works for the developers and the designers of this game because they can show off as well when it comes into the actual level design in world.
It really does look amazing.
It's so I should also point out this,
somewhere
despite
few
using
would have gone.
was
The
running on
very
PC.
innards of the
So whether
marvelous
this is going
machine.
on console release, I don't know, but it seems realistic enough. The footage we've
Yeah.
seen running on console, it seems absolutely fine.
It looks great, but I can see it performing similarly on console, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's nice and bright as well. The first Dishonored did sometimes suffer from a bit of grey palette,
Right.
and this one is much more very vivid in colour.
You've got sort of goldy colours and browns and things, sort of mahogany and gold, isn't it? This level.
Everything is naturally illuminated as well with natural daylight. It's not
General detection state.
sunshine into a cloud.
I can't wait to get stuck into this.
It's fantastic. So we played it for 2 hours earlier, and even in that time, I've really bitten on it, and I think I do want to stealth the whole game, but is it going to be as impossible as it was in the first one?
Do you know what I did in Dishonored 1? I played it through once how I wanted to play it, and then I went back and tried to do a stealth playthrough. I'm not a very patient stealth player, so I didn't get very far in that one. But I bought the definitive edition a long ago. I might go back and try and do that.
I think it's I tried to go for a stealth down there, quite a trigger. These things, like I say, that's when everything got like behind them. But if you take out, so the wooden plated, some of the advanced ones have 4 arms, wooden plates on their arms. Everyone wants.
I love that you can pick them apart. Like you went for head, arms, and then it just self-destructed.
So earlier on you find a note as well that says there's an inhibitor in the head, and if you take that out,
right,
then they'll go berserk and they will take out, enemies. They can't tell friend from foe and all that sort of thing. There's also a panel on their back, and I believe that getting that down is a one-shot kill.
Right.
So this is the reappearance of one of Corvo's most famous techniques from the first game, slow time. Hers are brutal. Her shadow step.
They're too good at destroying my masterpieces.
So nice.
Each one costs a fortune,
So yeah, we didn't have access to the full set of abilities here, but I know walking around the level you get here and there with rats.
Yeah.
And one of the developers was telling us the sticky mines can be used on any sort of flesh or something. With rat, you can kind of map out where it's going, or you can maybe some food or whatever, get it correct. Stick a mine to it, make it a mobile bomb.
Nice.
This game seems very keen on letting you play with abilities and
Kieran
do things in
Jindosh.
different ways.
Experiment.
Absolutely.
There's your guy then. There's Kieran Jindosh.
I've taken out his 2 Guardian Clockwork men as well.
Yeah.
He's so proud of them. He was so proud, and he's so hurt when I destroyed them.
I suppose he should be, right?
He's got a very good brain. He's very proud. He loves the sound of his own voice as well.
Yeah.
Which makes it kind of dark, the fate that befalls him in my playthrough here.
Hey, poetic justice, like you say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he had it coming.
He had it coming. It's because in the sort of build up to this mission, he steals he kidnaps another inventor from the first game, Anton.
Yeah.
And you have to go and rescue him, get him out the lantern to safety. And you find out that he's also been kind of lobotomized by this guy.
Oh, really?
And you're thinking, you've done it to someone else, mate. We can do it to you too. Yeah, non-lethal. Nice getting there. It's a slow time. All the animations and everything about it. It's such a lot of love and details gone
Arcane
into it.
are masters of this stuff. It's just, I saw prior games come as well, and it looks fantastic. Yeah.
Built on the same engine, isn't it? As this?
Yeah, they've got this stuff locked down, nailed. They know what they're doing.
If this is the engine we're going to see used for the rest of the generation, we're going to iterate and build upon this. We are in Arcane. They're going to
smash it.
smash it. Yeah. So even the non-lethal
What is this
here,
thing?
putting him into his own diabolical machine.
Yeah.
Even that's kind of a puzzle, because it's not as simple a matter of putting him in and pulling the switch. You have to kind of figure out how
in your
voltage
prime,
it is.
the most
So
sought
in this
after
room there are
painter
11
in
voltage
all the
levels,
empire.
and each set
My
you can pull a
hero
lever
in
and
younger
it will
days.
make different parts of his
Now,
laboratory rise up.
I'm
And depending which parts are active,
If you're
it will
going
take
to
different amount of power.
use this
So you need to get the two
inelegant-looking
least
device
powerful
against
bits up,
me,
so there's
get
enough
on
voltage to
with
power
it,
the chair.
Josh.
I did all that
I'm not
beforehand
sure
because I
what
figured
you
that
hope
out
to
when I was down below. I
accomplish.
hadn't been
Right.
detected yet.
I must
So now
admit
I'm
to
going to
feeling a bit of
get underway.
professional
But yeah, even that's
curiosity
like a nice little
as to
puzzle,
the
but it's
function
really
of
is
the
a testament to the design skills of Arcane. Because this is the whole thing. It feels like this game was built by architects,
You'll
not
come
by
to
game,
understand my
level designers.
electroshock machine, but when,
Chuck him in the chair, man. Get him sat down.
or
I was
after
listening to his
that light
chat with
meets your
Anton here.
eyes,
So it's
and where
building
does
the
it
iron
go
and
when it
deciding,
disappears?
do I do this?
Was Anton the beardy
Will
dude?
tell me that.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever loved the
pork
sound of his own
Yeah,
voice
yeah,
as much as
I
you
thought so.
do,
You
Kieran?
have to kidnap him, don't you?
So that kind of all plays in. It's a nice continuation of the narrative. It's set 15
No,
years in the
sadly,
future.
it cannot.
Hence
But what
why
it
Emily
can
is
do
now
is
a
take
young
from you
woman,
the thing
rather
you
than a small
love the
child.
most.
Yeah.
Your
Um,
precious
Corvo's a grizzled
intellect.
old guy.
If you
He
won't
still
agree
has
to
impeccably
collaborate on the
manicured
next
hands.
clockwork
He's impeccably
prototype,
manicured. He's also quite
I'll
attractive.
use
The
the
portrait,
device
the
on that
portrait
brain
at the
of
event,
yours,
he's
Suckalo.
aged very gracefully. Like fine cheese or wine.
I think there's a little transition here where you work
At
out
least I
when
won't be
to pull the
bothered
lever.
by any
Yeah,
more of
that
your
was it.
rambling.
Listen to the chat.
Just listen to more of the
What
chat
kind
and
of
then
sadistic
there's
joke
slight
is
shots
this?
where-
With this machine, maybe you won't have to die after all.
Frost dissolve, there
There we go.
go.
Yeah.
The electroshock machine should work now.
The power levels on the side there go up as well. Not killing. You don't know what you're doing. So the whole point is
I'll give you anything
you want to take him out because he's building an army of clockwork drones.
So much will be lost in the age of
Whoever wants the rich
advancement.
side. And you see notes that kind of suggest he's building an army of it, basically ruling the island. So you don't
People like you can't be allowed to run amok.
I've spared him.
No, if you like fully spare. Can you
You
fully spare him, or
can't
is
have
this spare?
put
You have
me
to either
through that
lobotomize him.
but
Or kill him.
wait,
kill him.
Okay.
what does it do?
Blimey.
Yeah, right.
I don't know which is worse. Probably this option.
I think
this is the
he was
the
so-
soft approach.
He was so arrogant and so
I'm
proud of himself
very
and his
much
knowledge,
afraid of
and now he's
what's
whimpering,
happening.
mewling in a chair. Like,
Blimey.
yeah, I left this idling for a bit while I was sending the capture over.
Yeah.
It's some horrible stuff he's saying. Like,
Really?
I had a question about the answer. It's like, oh, man. So now we're playing as Emily.
Okay.
This is my first playthrough. I did Corvo's second when I knew what was going on. Emily, I was kind of fumbling in the dark.
Right.
But she suits that, because she, like I say, she's vicious and she's formidable.
Yeah.
Her most interesting skill by a long way is Domino here.
Yeah.
So this allows you
wake up on its own
to
if a
target
fight breaks
multiple
out. They're blind,
enemy
but they can
human
still hear.
NPCs
Right.
and chain them together. So if one of them is rendered unconscious, the rest of them will be rendered unconscious also.
Okay.
So here I demonstrate that with my sleep dart.
No more than an
So I just take one of
audiograph
them out,
machine
and
can.
their consciousness is linked.
Oh, nice.
And that notice how the helmet was popped off the other guy, so that would have
Yeah.
taken 2 bullets, or getting his helmet off and then making him sleep. If you domino, it kind of bypasses all that stuff.
Right, that's cool.
I was told at the event she also has the ability to create a doppelganger. She can summon another of
Yes.
herself.
Yeah.
If you did something like run that over a cliff after you domino her to 3 or 4 of the guards,
Yeah.
they'll all follow her.
Oh, really?
So the way the kind of
That's so cool.
the interweave the mechanics is absolutely fantastic. Really looking forward to playing
When I
it.
think about it, your presence implies a great deal. It's very impressive that you survived Delilah and made it down here to Karnaka all without the aid of your
Oh, really?
Play testing. Like people experimenting with the different abilities and stuff, it just throws up unexpected
surprised
things.
you're
I
so
just thought it was
passionate
really
about
cool.
regaining your...
Oh wow, even at the event I was at today, one of the PR guys there said, I've never seen someone play it like this before. They
Oh, really?
infiltrated in a completely separate room. So
You were quite
this
rubbish
late in the
for the
cycle,
record.
people are still discovering things like that. It's
Yeah,
very...
right.
It's
Sounds
shadow
like the
step.
clockwork
Oh,
except
It's so good. It feels so good to play as well. So it's
It's like darkness.
it is like
Play
that.
that.
Yeah.
Exploration grid.
Stay
Combat
back.
protocol
So, yeah, and I tried to do that.
unauthorized grid. Don't let your last moment, the last
This is my all-out. Way
the clockwork town.
set in this world. Yeah, it's just absolute obliteration.
That was great.
So yeah, in this one I went loud,
enjoyed blowing
and
everything to
the
pieces
inventor, he just kept going, he kept saying to me like, oh, you're making noises, oh, are you upset? You damaged the child.
Well, you know.
He's a smarmy you know, he's quite antagonistic, and I think in
Right.
some ways it's nice to take him out like this.
Yeah.
I think
Increasing
I might
oil
get this
tank
one.
temperature.
The animation's all.
Corvo feels very kind of to the point. He's a master. He's trained the assassin now. He knows just to get it done. Emily, I think it feels like she takes pride. She takes joy
Sure.
in dispatching people, and that's quite again. It's a nice feeling. And the fact that Harvey Smith has said, I've seen, you're going to have to play this game twice to understand what's going on.
Okay.
Once as Emily and once as Corvo.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, in some games you think that and you think, oh God, really? Do the same thing twice? In this, it gives you a reason to. It makes you want to, and it makes you kind of want to play through it and go through. It
Yeah.
plays to all Dishonored strengths. It really does.
Oh man, I'm gonna definitely do that. I'm gonna wrap this up. I think this will be my Christmas game. I think that I'll play over the holiday. For sure.
Shadow Step is so nice. I don't think you go fully stealth if you're doing that. You can still get spotted,
Right.
but it certainly helps you navigate something else.
Yeah, she has far reach as well, right? So the blink, that's kind of her traversal.
Yeah, so she
skill,
can
isn't
kind of,
it?
that's where Blink is a straight line, she can kind of arc.
Yeah.
She can kind of get to different, hard to reach places.
You sort of aim it, don't you? And it has the arc, and it shows your trajectory, and then you just it's cool.
I bet I didn't manage to capture it was when I did that above someone and then did a
Right.
drop down assassination onto them. So like you would
Oh,
Blink,
okay.
but with far reach.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting to see that her three main abilities were Corvo's three main things in the Blink, the time
Yeah.
thing, whatever. Her three are Domino, Shadow Step, and Far Reach. It's just such a nice. This seems so different, and like one character could have these different abilities.
Yeah.
But the fact they've tied them to different playthroughs and play styles, it really works very, very well.
Yeah.
No, I'm tried. Persistent. It's not persistent.
See what you're trying to do. You're trying to go over the top and go along the rafters, right?
Initially, I wanted to kind of assassinate Sheeran. I wanted to get my blade into his throat, and slice his head off or something.
Right.
It didn't quite go to plan. As I was saying earlier, the Clockwork Soldiers,
Something tripped the
if their head is
detection
taken
rig
off, their
unduly.
inhibitions are
It's
lost,
going
and
nuts.
their friend-foe identification is tampered with.
Yeah.
And I accidentally find that out in a pretty gruesome way.
Do you get killed?
I don't get killed. I don't
Okay.
know. Again, I was trying to do the non-lethal
Okay, the
move, at least for
machine has
Yeah.
detected
Sheeran,
something.
but
Oh, mate, you should have just gone.
So
Oh, here
that
he comes. I'm
protocol-
hard. What the hell?
so I run away. But yes, got a nice explosive bullet on.
Right.
But hostile.
Takes out.
Clockwork soldier was decapitated.
Each new visitor is another test for the clock.
Oh, he takes
He's in
him
the wrong
out.
place at the wrong
Oh,
time.
awesome.
Grandin.
So
Oh, that's cool.
again, more poetic justice there.
Yeah,
His own
killed by his
creation.
own creation. There you go. That's what you get.
Sort of Frankenstein stuff going on
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So yeah, that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we have to show so far from this.
Yeah.
But I've really this game looked interesting now, but actually playing it and seeing how it feels, how loose
Yeah.
and fast and satisfying it is to control, it's properly sold me on it, and I'm
Awesome.
really very keen to get the full build of this.
Awesome. Well, Dishonored 2 is out 15th November, right, for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC.
It is.
And that was our look at it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.